Hi everyone, Paul Akers, host of the American Innovator. You know, the innovative spirit is alive and well, and everywhere I travel around the world, I bring back ideas and creativity to share with my audience to continuously improve and change the way we live. Welcome to the American Innovator.
Well, hello everyone, Paul Akers, and welcome back to the American Innovator. This week we're going to take you on the ultimate driving experience. A bunch of friends of mine, remember Jay from last year's The American Innovator, where we drove all over 3 states, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho? Well, he invited me to come back on that same trip.
I want to know if you're going to behave. That's what I want to know.
Of course not.
So we met up with everybody down in Burlington, Washington, a bunch of people from Canada and the United States, and we started our driving journey. 3 days, 2 states this time, and man, did we have a fantastic time seeing the countryside and experiencing the unusual performance of these outrageous cars that we all own. So we took off through the North Cascades Highway. Again, the scenery was just over the top. Sometimes you just have to pinch yourself, but it wasn't long before the Canadian boys got themselves in trouble and the police pulled them over and almost got them all arrested and had them all out on their cars.
Always having fun.
We just have too much fun when we do this stuff. That was a stage shot, but boy, it was fun staging it. Here they all come. And before long, after Winthrop, Jay and I saw this girl with 2 draft horses walking across a field. So we followed her into this field where she hooked them up, and she used this machine to turn the hay over, I think to dry it. It's just a beautiful sight. Some great pictures. Jay's out there taking some wonderful still shots, and I captured a couple as well. Before long, we met up with the rest of the group. Over 20 cars, I think 26 total. Porsches, a couple Mustangs, Camaro. We just started off on our journey through Washington State, and we just had a fantastic time. And wow, a lot of adrenaline. You know, one of the things I like most about these trips is all the different places you go and all the different scenery. Not only do I get the enjoyment of driving my incredible car, but I get the enjoyment of learning about my state and seeing all the beautiful places I can go in. Every time you turn around, there's something new to see, and it's just beautiful. The topography's changing. It goes from mountains to flatland to grasslands, and then here's the Grand Coulee Dam, one of the largest dams in the world. We all got the cars parked out and got out for some pictures and some photo ops, and just had a fantastic time. Every different kind of Porsche you could imagine.
What? Not a Porsche.
You got to give the other guys a little bit of a hard time. There goes Ross, his Mustang, and the rest of the group in trail. Man, these cars sound great, don't they? And here we are in the farmland, and just gorgeous rolling hills, and the roads are fantastic. And before long, Jay's off on a dirt road. Jay's always looking for something crazy to do, and I love that about him. Go ahead, pull up next to Jay. What's going on, Jay?
What are you doing?
I'll get a picture of my car in the grass.
Is this guy crazy? But that's what I love, man. We're out there having fun. He sees a field, thought it would be a great contrast to show his car in a grass field. Snap some pictures. Who wouldn't want these? And you gotta admit, Jay's car is like over the top. My daughter says it's legit. She doesn't think my car is, but my car does pretty well. But man, look at this car. And it makes a heck of a tractor. Jay's actually pretty good, man. I think he's going to take up farming with this thing. You know, 450, 475 horsepower. It should do okay.
My car!
Now, if you get the sense that we're a bunch of little boys, yeah, well, you probably have that right.
Hey, where's the 7-Eleven?
There goes Jay. I'm not going to tell you how fast he's going.
This way.
There will be no point in this video that will ever tell you how fast we're going.
With it not sticking up.
But look at this. I have our Rhino mount, put it on the front of my car. It worked perfect no matter how fast I was going. Of course, I won't tell you how fast I'm going. But we just had a great time. And you notice there's nobody on the road. We're very careful that when there's cars around, we're very slow and moderate 99% of the time. But when we have a nice open road, this is where we get to really test the performance of our car. And I want you to notice that's a turbo Carrera in front of me, and I'm keeping up with him perfectly with no problems at all. As Jay says, Paul, you're a little close. Look at these cars. Now this is the best part. A guy named Jim is biking up the mountain. Now we've slowed up. We're going by him very slow right here. And he has the wherewithal to pull out his camera and videotape us. And you can hear his dialogue going on. And he is the coolest guy. I would have thought he would have got us in trouble, right? He gets to the top and says, hey, I got a great video for you. Guy's amazing. Listen to him. Now remember, we drove up and he biked up, and he's over 50 years old. There he is right there, and he says, hey, I got a video. I go, oh God, now I'm going to go to jail.
15 hairpin corners before I
meet Jim.
Heard something. I looked down, and the first thing I saw was a little white car, and behind it was a black one, and then I saw a couple more, and I thought, holy crap, what is coming up the hill? And I thought, I know, I'll take a video of them when they get by, because I knew it'd be special. And then here they come. Vroom,
this guy
vroom,
awesome.
Vroom. And then waited because I think somebody ran into the last one. Here you guys are.
All right, and you even took a video for us. You were so cool.
Jim, which bike are you riding?
With Phil, that's one I do Ironman. The ones I do Ironman with.
Look How old are you, Jim?
51.
You're incredible, man. You're a stud. And 2 replacement hip surgeries? Yeah. Why don't you show us your butt cheek for the camera, okay? we might have a couple women. We might have a couple women that might really like this, man. What's your phone number, just in case somebody wants it?
But the best part about it, I can still be a model.
Jim can still be a model, he says. So it's matching. What a great guy. Now look at this. I've got a sciatic nerve problem. This guy has rode up the mountain. We drove up the mountain. He's stretching me out. What a cool guy, man. And here he is going back down.
Jay's trying to talk us out of trouble with Sheriff Kane. They've been chasing
So they were getting some complaints, and the sheriffs came, but we were not driving fast. And now we hooked up with Morgan Lohman. Remember Lohman Helicopter from last year, drying the cherry trees?
I got tired of driving at 120 miles an hour. So
Morgan's down in Lewiston, Idaho, and he has a ski boat. And after we got done driving for 8 hours, we're out on his boat having a great time.
Hot cars to hot boats.
Jay.
Too fast!
Morgan likes to go fast in his truck and his boat. Land and in the water.
I work the winery.
What does he do here? I support the winery.
He's job security.
I promote
Morgan was in full form.
business.
Then we went to see his helicopters and his hangar. Look at these gorgeous birds, man.
I think we would go
Guy's
fast.
so
That's
cool.
What I think.
We're not going to induce fuel.
That's not
And before long, Morgan had planned a trip with his good friend Mark and Mary up the Snake River in a world-class jet boat. This is all impromptu. This is the kind of opportunities that seem to be afforded me endlessly, and I'm just blown away by all the cool friends that I have all over the world, and Morgan's one of them. And he sets this whole thing up with his friends, and we just had a fantastic time. Julie and Jim were along, good friends of Mark and Mary. And Mark is so cool that he lets everybody drive the jet boat. So here's Jay driving this world-class twin supercharged engine. And look at this. Up the best, one of the best jet boating rivers in the world, the Snake River. They've got a fire actually going, and they just let them burn because they burn themselves out. That was pretty cool seeing that as well. Look at this boat, man. The power. And the guys can't believe it because we're on a driving trip. They're not thinking they're going to go jet boating up the Snake River, but in the last minute, Morgan put this whole thing together.
Isn't it amazing the people you meet when you're driving down the road in Moscow?
Just goes to show you, it pays to be friendly. And we stopped and we saw these hieroglyphics, and just beautiful. Thousands of years old. And this is Mark in the background there, and then Jay and Peter from Austria. He lives in Hong Kong, and Bimla, his girlfriend, is with him. And look at the great time they're having. Now think about this. Bimla is from Nepal, and she's never been to the United States, and I think her first time out of Nepal, and this is what she's experiencing. I mean, is this the coolest thing? What a great group of people. And here's Bimla driving this world-class jet boat. twin supercharged engines. And we are flying fast on the water, fast on land. And then Jody gets up in the cockpit and he starts driving it. We pass a couple other boats. And Julie, she's hysterical. Watch this.
Remember, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home.
Had a great sense of humor. And Mary, look at this water, how classy it is. And now we get into a duel with another boat. They spray us with water, but they made a fatal mistake. Mark's boat is much faster. So once we get in front of them, they're cooked and they have an open cab and we don't. And they chickened out. They pulled off the power.
Not only can she drive the boat, but she can fix the boat too.
We had a little engine problems, and Mary got down in the engine compartment and fixed it. Can you tell we're having fun?
They're incredible. Whoa!
You should not be allowed to have this much fun. And remember, this is not planned. This is all last minute. So here's a good shot of the boat.
Oh. Now that's the airstrip right there, landing up a hill.
I'd like to be a pilot land on that. So before long, we were heading back down the river, and there were campfires along the river. We hit some incredible rapids, and wow. This is once in a lifetime. And the fire even looked better at night. You can see it across this entire ridge line. It's not threatening any home, so it's not a big deal. And they got the music cranked up, and we're just having a ball, and Morgan and Jody are dancing in the back. We're crazy. The next day, we start off and look at again how gorgeous this is and how beautiful these roads are. I often thought to myself, man, they must have made these roads just for us. They are perfect. I've raced on some pretty nice tracks in my days, and I've never been on roads this good. They're better than the racetracks. They are just perfect. Then another cool thing is just all the small towns that you go through, because we're on very remote roads.
Why?
Because pretty nice cars there.
Here, you want the keys? It's my buddy's car. You can take it, okay? It's turbocharged too, and it goes about 190 miles an hour. Which one of you guys got your driver's license? All right. Well, Jay, I really don't think it'll be a problem. I think they can handle it. You know? Nice car, hey? When you're in the NFL? Good job. That's the way to dream, man. And it's filming us. And anywhere I go,
great?
it follows with me. Come on.
So when we drive into town, it's a pretty big deal. These cars are pretty special, and people notice, and kids often come around and go, wow, and we always let them sit in them, and I actually let him start Jay's car, and he revved it up. They had a great time, and look at these photo ops. I mean, where do you find stuff like this? Look at how beautiful this setting is. And of course, we're always messing around, and Jay's the #1 guy to mess around. I could relive this trip over and over again. We had such a great time. I put the Rhino mount on our windshield and used the GoPro camera. It worked excellent.
You gotta do it quick.
Had to get my car washed. This is all Americana, man. This is what America is all about.
And I shouldn't be doing this, and they're gonna give me a hard time.
So the guys already went ahead. So I had to get my car washed. I don't like driving a dirty car, and boom, I caught up with them. Look at this scenery. Look at these beautiful farmlands. Like I said in the last American Innovator when we did this, I think farmers are artists. They do just a beautiful job of taking care of the land. More of these beautiful old towns. Scenery is just forever changing. And you know, after 3 days of driving, you get pretty tired. And after we'd make a run on some desolate stretch of road, we'd all stop on the side of the road in the shade and just talk, and great camaraderie. Caught a ferry across a lake. I didn't even know this ferry existed, but somewhere in Washington it does. And Subway was our favorite place to stop. And we had a good time at Subways. Watch this.
Like a vinegar? You know what it says on the other side?
Jody. Jody, you broke the sign, man. These guys are goofballs, man. And then the trip starts to wind down, as we drive back across the northern Cascades. And again, where do you get scenery like this? Fantastic roads, fantastic cars, fantastic friends. Wow. This was 3 special days that I will never forget. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of the American Innovator, because I loved it.
Remember, life's an adventure. Be a part of the solution. Go out, learn, improve, change, think outside the box. We can change the way the world thinks. Be an innovator. I really got to stop getting myself in these situations. That's a leopard, and that's an elephant. Yes, and this is a cheetah.
Like, oh, I saw
Here,
that.
kitty, 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 kitty,
Oh,
kitty.
cute. He wants to play.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got it.